everybody, it's Deb here with Creative Life. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys are having a great day. And today we're going to be using our mixed media alcohol inks to create some backgrounds for some fun fall cards. So stay tuned and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to start off with, we're going to go ahead and you're going to grab a stencil, and it's whatever you have on hand, and then you're going to grab your Yupo paper or some type of art paper that you have on hand that is glossy. You can even use photo paper if you choose to. So next I'm going to grab my alcohol inks and I'm just going to start placing them around on top of the stencil. Now you see that the alcohol ink is going to seep through and underneath your stencil, and that is okay. That is what you want, because this is basically giving you the negative effect of this stencil. So instead of usually getting the other way where we get the imprint of the stencils, that's cut out the open space, you're actually getting the negative space of this. So it's kind of cool how this turns out. Now, when you do this, you want to let this set for maybe 45 minutes to an hour, or, depending on how you feel how well it's dried. Okay, but because I'm on camera and I don't have time for this to dry all the way, I'm gonna, I'm gonna blow dry this a little bit and then kind of pick it up and we'll see what we got. But you can see here how it is seeping underneath the stencil, and I think that this is super cool. Y'all, this is such a really cool way to get so many different backgrounds from your alcohol inks. So look online for different techniques. Go to Pinterest. That's what I do to get inspiration. I usually go to other artists who work with alcohol inks, and I learned that way. So here is what I have. Okay, now I did kind of blow dry this in a hurry because I am doing this live, or not live but on camera, so I didn't have time for it to dry. So but I really like how the background of this looks, and now you have something great to place on your card. Now the next thing I did is I did come in with a gold spritz, and I spritzed the background a little bit and then I dabbed it. The next one I'm going to show you is this one with the straw. This is another technique that is super cool to do. Your backgrounds just turn out super neat, and I really like this. I call it like a firework technique, but it is super cool. It's this straw technique, and if you look down in that left-hand side down below, that looks like a butterfly, right? I just thought that was super cool, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So I'm just using different colors here. I used a few of the blues from that blue alcohol ink case that we got, and again, this is the mixed media kit. So I used maroon blue, and then I used the aqua vibe, and I also used that blue violet. All of these are so pretty. And if you look with the yellow and the blue, you kind of get like a green kind of tone, and it's that really pretty aqua green that you see in water or the ocean. It's just super gorgeous. So here, what I decided to do now, this is another technique that you can do. I didn't let this dry long enough, so it didn't really work like I wanted it to, but you can go ahead and place a little cutout. Okay, it has to be detailed, kind of like we did with the stencil thing. Okay, and you're gonna let this dry. Again, I did not let this dry very much at all, so you really couldn't see the butterfly that well, but I think if I would have left it on there a little bit longer, I think it would have worked perfectly. Here I went ahead and just spritzed some alcohol on the ink, and then I added some more ink to it and just kind of blew it out, so that way you wouldn't so that way it didn't look so mucky right there with that imprint. You do want to use 91% isopropyl alcohol, okay, when you're working with your inks. Your inks and the alcohol kind of blend together to give it that nice, spread look, okay? So it kind of runs all over and everything. It really looks nice. So here what I did is for the chipboard. Now I did the wreath a while back, and you'll see that. I'll leave the link here. And I do a little bit more coloring on that one. Of course, I show you how to use your alcohol inks to color the truck and everything. And it's not like what you think. Actually, the truck is like a wood, so it actually stains the wood, okay? Kind of like your chipboard. I am using just the alcohol ink without any alcohol at all. Okay, so it's actually staining my chipboard piece. And I was trying to make orange. I made orange before and I didn't get the measurement right. So it kind of looked like a dark burnt orange, but it looked too brown on camera. So I was trying to get it to kind of lighten up. The more that you put yellow on the brown or the amber tone, your chipboard, it'll lighten it up to like a lighter color. Okay, so just wanted to let you know. Here I'm making the first card, and I did use some of that beautiful paper that is from the 49 in Market paper collection, Orchard, Autumn Orchard. I think that's what it's called. I'm sorry, it's called Vintage Orchard. And this paper line is in the scrapbook kit, and I'll put the link down below for you. It is absolutely a gorgeous paper, and the laser elements that we get with this are just fantastic for decorating your cards, and you'll see here in a minute. I did use some of those laser pieces on my wreath, and it just turned out so beautiful. I absolutely loved that wreath. And so here I just grabbed some glitter paper that was in my stash, and then I'm going to go ahead and place the card front on top. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and after I finished up my chipboard piece, I went ahead and just glued this down to the front of the card. Now this is the one that we did the stencil on, and this turned out so pretty, and I really like this one. Now here is one of the laser cuts that I'm using. It has it's like a little bow. It's so super cute, and I thought I would use the lighter one because that way it would show up a little bit more. And then now I'm just sticking some foam tape on the back just to give it a little bit of a lift, since the chipboard is higher up and it gives it a lift as well. And here I decided to use one of these cute little wagons that's in the laser elements kit, and I went ahead and placed some foam tape on there just to give it a lift, and then placed some leaves that were in the laser cut packet as well. And then I stuck this little card right behind here. I just thought that was super cute. Added, just a little something to it. And then some sentiments on the back there. And so cute. This little card turned out so cute. I absolutely love the background. And I like how with the alcohol inks and mixed in with that chipboard piece, because you can punch out the middle pieces of that chipboard, you get the background showing through those chipboard pieces, and it's so pretty. I really like how that looks. So here I'm just adding that little tab right there, so cute. And then I'm going to add this little stick piece. I'm going to go ahead and I love those stick pieces, the little twigs that are in this kit. They are so cute and so useful because you can break them apart, you can cut them apart, use them wherever you want to fill in little areas. So cute. Absolutely love these. And they make great additions to your autumn cards. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to skip over to the next card. Okay, so with this card, I have quite a bit to say because my camera shut off during this point when I was making the background on this particular card, and I am going to try to do another one, so I will have to redo another video for this because this background turned out so super cool. I want to share it with you guys. So for this particular background, it has leaves on it. Now, how I got the leaves is kind of the same thing as the stencil. So what I did is I went ahead and I covered the back part of my paper, okay? And then what I did is I went ahead and placed my leaves down first, okay? You want to place some the alcohol on top of the paper, okay? That is the isopropyl alcohol. Then you're going to place your die cuts on top wherever you want them. Then you're going to go ahead and grab your alcohol ink, and you're going to place your alcohol ink along the edges of your die cut, okay? And that is what it's going to seep underneath whatever you have there, and that is what we want. It's the same type of technique as the stencil, but you're doing it with your die cuts instead, okay? As you can see, my die cuts were actually made from glitter paper, but what happened is it actually stained, the alcohol ink stained the die cuts to the colors that I was using. So not only did it leave the imprints on the paper, it actually dyed the little die cuts as well, which I absolutely loved how these turned out because they're so autumn. They look so autumn-like, and they are so pretty. So I also did the little basket of pumpkin and squash. I went ahead and colored that in, and put foam tape on the leaves and put the die cut leaves surrounding the imprint images of those leaves that were on the paper. So as you can see the dark prints on the card itself, and then the lighter ones are actually the die cuts. And so that's how that card was made. And I apologize that my video just stopped recording because it said that the memory was full and I needed to erase some things, so apologize, but I will make another video for you later. Okay, you all, so we are done with the cards, and I went ahead and decorated them all up, and I'm going to go ahead and explain these to you. So this one here, I went ahead and I showed you the straw technique, where you can put your alcoholic inks down and you can blow out of the straw and it kind of flares them out, feathers all of the ink outward, and just makes a really lovely background. I really thought this looked like a butterfly, so I kind of left that there. And then up here, I kind of, it kind of flared out, made a really pretty background on there. And so I went ahead and added some of the foliage from the 49 and Market Elements packet that you get in the scrapbook kit, along with the sentiment, and then some of the flowers, and then a few of these little laser cuts here. And that is just a card. So that is another card, and these are just beautiful backgrounds that you can decorate for your cards. Okay, the next one is this one, and this one is where we used this stencil. Okay, so you can definitely use your stencils, and I showed you how to do that technique. You do want to let it sit and kind of dry a little bit longer than what I did, so that way you get more of a crisp image. Okay, now remember, your alcohol inks will go underneath the stencil, but that's okay. You want to let it do that. You want to just let it go wherever it wants to, and just let it dry for I want to say at least 30 minutes, 45 minutes or so, until you feel that it's good and dry and you can lift up your stencil. I went ahead and painted the little pumpkins that comes in the scrapbook kit, along with using some of the laser cut elements from the 49 and Market laser packet. And this is what you get. So this is the Vintage Orchard laser cut elements. Again, this is by 49 in Market, and you get all of this goodness in here. And this comes in the scrapbook kit, okay? And so I used another sentiment. It's filled with thanks. I used this little bow that was in there, along with the little wagon and some leaves and some other little laser cuts to create the card. And I think it came out beautifully. I love that stenciled background. I absolutely love it. Such a great technique. And then for our last technique, I went ahead and showed you how to use some of your cuts, your die cuts, or whatever you have. You can lay those down on your paper and go ahead and put your inks around them, and then kind of let them, dry. Again, kind of the same technique that you're going to use with the stencil, but you're using some die cuts, okay? And these are leaves that I used, and look at that leaf, how it turned out. That is actually using the inks, okay? And this one here, there's another one up and through here. There's one down here. I just love how these turned out. So cool. And then, of course, it dyes your whatever you're using. It also dyes your little die cut, whatever you're using. And so I went ahead and used those same leaves to make these prints on the paper to decorate around the card. And I just think that looks so cool. I used the little chipboard piece that is brand new to the shop. Absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely think these little crate images are so cute and so fun to add to a card. And so anyway, so these are the 3 techniques that we use today, and along with decorating the cards using the scrapbook kit. So I hope that you guys felt some inspiration today. Take care, and I will be talking to you soon. Bye. Thanks for joining me today. Head on over to Tres Jolie to check out their shop, and please like, subscribe, and comment. And come join me for Friday night live shows, Friday night at 4:30 p.m. Central Time.